In this video, we're revealing 5 common foods that could be making your legs weaker and impacting your mobility. Foods that seniors should absolutely avoid if they want to stay strong and active. You may not realize it, but some of the foods you eat every day could be secretly sabotaging your ability to walk, stand, or even enjoy simple tasks around the house. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. Many seniors face the same struggles. It might seem like your legs are just getting weaker with age, but in reality, your diet might be playing a bigger role than you think. And here's the thing. What you eat doesn't just affect your weight or heart health. It directly impacts your muscles, bones, and joints. You're going to learn exactly which foods are secretly sabotaging your leg strength and what simple swaps can help you regain your mobility and live a more independent life. Imagine waking up every day without that nagging pain in your knees or struggling to get out of a chair. What if I told you that making just a few changes in your diet could not only strengthen your legs, but also give you the energy to do things you enjoy again? Stay tuned to discover how small, yet powerful changes in your eating habits can make a big difference in your everyday movement. You don't need a miracle cure, just the right knowledge and the willingness to take charge of your health. Let's dive into the 5 foods you need to avoid if you want to keep your legs strong and your body moving freely. As we get older, we often experience muscle weakness, joint pain, and even a loss of mobility. Have you ever felt your legs getting weaker over time, making simple tasks like walking or standing up a challenge? Maybe it's getting harder to climb the stairs, or perhaps you notice that your legs tire more quickly than they used to. It can be frustrating when these little changes start to creep into our daily lives, slowly limiting our independence and joy. But what if I told you that these issues aren't just a natural part of aging? What if there's something you can do about it? Here's a surprising truth. What if I told you that the foods you're eating every day could be part of the problem? Yes, your diet could be secretly weakening your legs, without you even realizing it. You might think that it's just a normal part of getting older, that the pain in your legs or the fatigue you feel is just something you have to accept. But the truth is, some of the foods you consume could be making things worse, making your muscles weaker and your joints stiffer over time. You see, the foods we eat are more than just fuel for our bodies. They have a direct impact on our health, especially as we get older. The wrong foods can increase inflammation, decrease circulation, and prevent your muscles and joints from getting the nutrients they need to stay strong. And here's the kicker. You might be eating these foods every day without even knowing it. In fact, they could be sabotaging your leg strength without you even realizing the full impact they're having. Don't worry though, because in this video, we're going to break it all down. We're going to uncover the foods that are silently draining your leg strength and making your joints ache. And we're going to show you what changes you can make to improve your mobility and get back to feeling more like yourself. So, stick with us as we dive into the foods you need to stop eating and discover how easy it is to take control of your leg health again. Food number 1, processed sugars. Processed sugars may taste sweet, but they are one of the worst offenders when it comes to muscle and joint health. We all know that sweet treats can feel like a comfort after a long day, or even a quick pick-me-up. But here's the truth. Those sugary snacks could be making your legs weaker and your muscles more painful than you realize. Over time, consuming too much processed sugar can have a devastating impact on your overall health, especially when it comes to your muscles and joints. You see, processed sugars are linked to a number of health issues, but one of the most serious and often overlooked is their role in inflammation. When you eat foods high in refined sugars, things like cakes, candies, sodas, or even those sweetened breakfast cereals, your body processes them quickly. This spike in sugar causes an inflammatory response, and while inflammation is your body's natural reaction to injury or infection, it can become harmful if it continues unchecked. Here's where it gets particularly concerning. Chronic, long-term inflammation can lead to tissue damage, and this can affect both your muscles and your joints. If you're feeling sore, stiff, or struggling to move the way you used to, high sugar intake might be a big part of the problem. The sugar causes your body to produce molecules that trigger inflammation, and these molecules can wear down your cartilage, stiffen your joints, and break down muscle tissue faster than your body can repair it. Over time, this weakens your muscles and joints, leaving your legs feeling heavy and your movements slower. Now, let's break down the science behind this a bit more. High sugar intake can increase your risk of chronic inflammation, which in turn leads to joint stiffness, muscle soreness, and reduced mobility. This isn't just about a little discomfort now and then. This type of ongoing inflammation can become a significant barrier to the strength and flexibility of your legs. For example, if your knees or hips are constantly inflamed due to sugar, every step you take can become painful, and over time, this wears you down. Imagine trying to take a walk and feeling that deep ache in your knees or hips. It's not just uncomfortable, it's a sign that the sugar you're consuming is making it harder for your muscles and joints to recover and stay strong. Over time, this chronic inflammation can lead to a significant loss of leg strength. The more sugar you consume, the more damage you're doing to your muscles and joints, which leads to a decrease in your mobility. If you've noticed that your legs feel weaker, or you're having trouble doing everyday activities like standing up, walking, or climbing stairs, processed sugars might be playing a bigger role than you think. And that's something many people don't realize until they start to experience the consequences firsthand. But here's the good news. Making simple changes can have a big impact. Cutting back on processed sugars doesn't mean you have to give up all the foods you love. You can still enjoy sweet treats occasionally, but if you make healthier choices, like switching to natural sugars from fruits or sweeteners like honey, you can avoid those harmful inflammatory effects and protect your muscles and joints. Your legs will thank you as you reduce that internal swelling and allow your muscles to strengthen and recover more easily. Let's talk about some alternatives. Instead of grabbing a soda or sugary snack, try a piece of fruit, apples, berries, or a banana. These natural sugars come with fiber and vitamins that actually benefit your body rather than harm it. Another great alternative is to use natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit in your coffee or tea. These sweeteners don't spike your blood sugar the same way that processed sugar does, which means less inflammation and less damage to your joints and muscles. So as we wrap up the first food to avoid, processed sugars, remember this. Cutting back on sugar doesn't just help with weight management. It's about protecting your leg strength, keeping your joints flexible, and maintaining your mobility. If you want to keep your legs strong and pain-free, reducing your processed sugar intake is a great place to start. Before we move on to the next food, make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll get more helpful tips and easy-to-follow advice to keep your legs strong and your body healthy. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now. Food number 2, trans fats. Now, let's talk about one of the most sneaky and harmful fats you might be unknowingly eating. Trans fats. These fats are commonly found in many processed foods and baked goods. While they might make some foods taste richer or help them last longer on the shelf, the damage they do to your body, especially your legs and muscles, is serious. Trans fats are often hidden in things like store-bought cookies, pastries, fried foods, and even in some fast food items. They're created through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fats. These fats may seem harmless at first, but they're extremely harmful to your cardiovascular system, and here's why. Trans fats raise your bad cholesterol levels and lower your good cholesterol levels. This imbalance can lead to clogged arteries, which restricts blood flow to your muscles and other parts of your body. Now, here's the really concerning part. Blood flow to your muscles is vital for keeping them healthy and strong. When your circulation is impaired due to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, your muscles aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly. And what happens when your muscles don't get enough oxygen or nutrients? They become weaker and more fatigued. Over time, this lack of proper blood circulation and muscle support can make everyday activities, like walking, standing, or even getting out of a chair, much more challenging. Think about it. Your legs rely on strong, healthy muscles to carry you through your day. If you're eating a lot of foods containing trans fats, you're essentially depriving your muscles of what they need to stay strong and functional. This can lead to muscle weakness, joint pain, and reduced mobility. And the worst part is, many people don't even realize how harmful trans fats are because they're hidden in so many everyday foods. So even though they may not taste bad or seem unhealthy on the surface, they're silently working against your body and making your legs weaker. Now here's the good news. It's simple to avoid trans fats, and doing so can have an immediate positive impact on your health. The best way to avoid trans fats is by steering clear of processed and pre-packaged foods that contain partially hydrogenated oils. These are often listed in the ingredients of snacks, packaged pastries, or fast food. Instead, focus on consuming healthier fats, such as those found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts. These healthy fats support your cardiovascular health and improve blood flow, which means your muscles will get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy. So, to sum it up, avoiding trans fats doesn't just help your heart, it also helps your muscles and legs stay strong. By cutting out these harmful fats, you'll improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and help your muscles recover and rebuild more effectively. If you're serious about keeping your legs strong and your mobility intact, making the switch from processed foods to healthier options is a crucial step you can take today. Next up, let's talk about something we all use daily: salt. While salt can certainly make our meals taste better and more flavorful, consuming too much of it can cause more harm than good, especially when it comes to your legs and overall mobility. If you're adding salt to nearly every dish or eating a lot of processed foods packed with sodium, you could be putting extra strain on your muscles and joints, weakening your legs over time. Here's the thing about salt. It contains sodium, which is essential for regulating fluids in your body. But when we consume too much sodium, it can cause our bodies to retain excess fluid. You might have experienced this feeling: swollen ankles or puffy legs after a salty meal. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's a sign that too much salt is affecting your body, and specifically your legs. When your body retains fluid, it puts extra pressure on your joints and muscles, causing them to feel stiff, heavy, and achy. It can also contribute to a feeling of general fatigue or sluggishness, making it harder for you to move around freely. Here's where the science gets a little more concerning. High sodium levels can cause your blood pressure to rise. High blood pressure puts strain on your arteries and veins, making it harder for your body to circulate blood effectively. When your blood pressure is elevated, the blood flow to your muscles and joints is compromised, which means your legs aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. This leads to weaker muscles and joints, increasing your risk of pain, swelling, and even injury. Fluid retention, caused by too much sodium, can be especially problematic for your legs. As the excess fluid accumulates in your lower body, it can cause swelling in the ankles, knees, and even the thighs. This swelling is more than just a cosmetic issue. It's an indication that your body is struggling to maintain proper fluid balance, which impacts the health of your muscles and joints. Over time, this constant strain on your legs can weaken them, making it harder for you to move with ease. And the longer you maintain a high-salt diet, the more likely it is that you'll experience chronic discomfort, muscle fatigue, and even joint stiffness. Imagine this scenario. After a long day, your legs feel sore and heavy, and you find it hard to stand or walk for long periods of time. If you've been consuming too much salt, that discomfort might be the result of fluid retention and high blood pressure, two issues directly linked to excessive sodium in your diet. Not only does this affect your immediate comfort, but it can also contribute to long-term muscle and joint damage, leaving you feeling more restricted in your movements over the years. Now let's talk about how you can make a change. The solution to cutting back on excess salt is actually pretty simple. Focus on eating whole, fresh foods. Fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains don't contain the same high levels of sodium as processed or packaged foods. Instead of adding salt to your meals, try using herbs, spices, or salt-free seasoning blends to add flavor without the added sodium. If you're craving something savory, try alternatives like lemon juice, vinegar, or a dash of olive oil to bring out the natural flavors of your food. And here's a great tip. Always check the nutrition labels on packaged foods, especially canned goods or frozen meals. These items often contain a lot of hidden sodium, even in foods you wouldn't expect, like soups, sauces, or salad dressings. By being more mindful of your sodium intake, you can help prevent fluid retention, lower your blood pressure, and give your legs the chance to stay strong and healthy. So to sum it up, while salt is necessary for our bodies in small amounts, consuming too much can have serious consequences for your leg health. Excess sodium causes fluid retention, high blood pressure, and puts unnecessary strain on your muscles and joints. But by cutting back on salty foods and opting for healthier alternatives, you can protect your legs from swelling, discomfort, and long-term damage. Your legs will thank you, and you'll find that moving around becomes much easier and more comfortable. Now let's dive into another common food that could be weakening your legs without you even realizing it: red meat, especially the fatty cuts. For many people, red meat is a staple of their diet. Think of those juicy steaks, burgers, or ribs. While it can be satisfying and delicious, red meat, particularly the fattier cuts, can have a significant negative impact on your muscles, joints, and overall mobility. If you've been eating red meat regularly, you might want to listen closely. Red meats such as beef, lamb, and pork are rich in saturated fats and cholesterol. These elements can contribute to increased inflammation in your body, and inflammation is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to muscle and joint problems. When your body experiences chronic inflammation due to a high intake of saturated fats, it triggers a response that damages your muscles, tissues, and joints. Over time, this leads to weakened muscles, joint pain, and reduced flexibility, which are all key factors in the declining mobility that many seniors experience as they age. But it doesn't stop there. Red meat also tends to be high in cholesterol, and that's another reason why it's not doing your legs any favors. High cholesterol levels are linked to poor circulation, and when your blood circulation is compromised, it becomes much harder for your muscles to get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy. Think of your muscles as being like a sponge. They need a constant supply of nutrients and oxygen to maintain their strength and function. But if your circulation is restricted due to high cholesterol, your muscles won't get the resources they need to repair, recover, and grow stronger. As a result, your legs become more prone to weakness, cramping, and even atrophy, which is the gradual weakening or shrinking of muscle tissue. Here's a simple way to think about it. When you eat foods high in saturated fats and cholesterol, you're effectively blocking the flow of life-giving oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. This means that your legs, which rely heavily on strong and healthy muscles to move, won't be able to function as well as they should. The muscles become deprived of the nutrients they need, causing them to weaken over time. And when your muscles are weak, it becomes harder to perform even basic movements, like walking, standing up from a chair, or climbing stairs without feeling discomfort or fatigue. Even more troubling is the fact that this process happens gradually. You may not notice the damage right away, but as you continue to consume high-fat red meats, the toll it takes on your circulation and muscle strength begins to accumulate. The next thing you know, you're finding it more difficult to get around, and your legs just don't have the same power or endurance they once did. But here's the good news. Making some simple swaps in your diet can significantly improve your leg strength and overall health. First, you don't have to completely eliminate red meat from your diet. Just be mindful of the type and amount you consume. Opt for leaner cuts of meat, like chicken or turkey breast, or try fish, which is packed with healthy fats like omega-3s that can help reduce inflammation rather than increase it. These alternatives not only provide protein for your muscles, but they also support better circulation and joint health. In addition to cutting back on red meat, it's also important to incorporate more plant-based foods into your meals. Beans, legumes, and lentils are great sources of protein and fiber, and they can help reduce inflammation while providing essential nutrients that support muscle and joint health. Whole grains like quinoa, Brown rice and oats are also excellent choices that will help boost your energy levels and keep your legs strong without contributing to inflammation or high cholesterol. So the key takeaway here is that red meat, especially the fatty cuts, can contribute to muscle loss by increasing inflammation in your body and negatively impacting your circulation. When circulation is reduced, it's harder for your legs to get the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. This is a silent contributor to weakening muscles and joints over time, and it's something that often goes unnoticed until mobility issues become more pronounced. Now, let's talk about something that many seniors turn to for strong bones: dairy products. We've all heard that dairy is a great source of calcium, which is essential for bone health. In fact, many people, especially as they get older, are told to drink more milk or eat more cheese and yogurt to strengthen their bones and prevent fractures. But here's the surprising truth: not all dairy is created equal. While dairy can be beneficial, some high-fat varieties could actually be harming your bones and muscles over time, especially if you're eating them in large amounts. You might be wondering how something like dairy, something that's supposed to be good for your bones, could have any negative effects on your health. Well, here's the issue. High-fat dairy products, such as full-fat milk, heavy cream, and certain cheeses, can cause your body to produce more acid. Now, this might sound a little technical, but stay with me because it's important for your leg health. Your body naturally maintains a delicate balance between acids and bases, which is crucial for all of your organs and systems to function properly. When you consume too many acidic foods, your body works hard to neutralize the acid, and one of the ways it does this is by pulling calcium from your bones. This process is called bone demineralization, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Your bones lose calcium, which weakens them over time. But why is this particularly important when it comes to your legs? As you can imagine, if your bones lose calcium and become weaker, they become more susceptible to fractures, especially in weight-bearing areas like your legs and hips. This means that when you're walking, standing, or even sitting down, your legs become more vulnerable to injury because the bones supporting your muscles aren't as strong as they should be. The worst part is that this process happens slowly, so you may not even realize that your bones are becoming weaker until it's too late. And as your bones become weaker, your muscles also lose their support structure, which leads to muscle weakness, reduced mobility, and joint pain. So it's not just about bone health. This acidic effect can also impact your muscle strength. When your body is busy dealing with excess acidity by pulling calcium from your bones, it doesn't have as much calcium available to support your muscles. This can lead to muscle weakness and fatigue. In other words, high-fat dairy can subtly undermine both your bone and muscle health, leaving your legs weaker and more prone to injury or discomfort. Now, let's talk about what you can do to protect your bones and muscles while still enjoying some dairy. The first step is to opt for lower-fat dairy options. Low-fat or fat-free milk, yogurt, and cheeses provide the calcium you need without the extra fat that can increase acidity in your body. These alternatives allow you to benefit from the bone-strengthening properties of dairy while reducing the potential for acid buildup. Better yet, you can try plant-based alternatives, such as almond milk, soy milk, or coconut yogurt. These dairy alternatives often have added calcium and other nutrients, but they don't have the same acidity-causing effects that high-fat dairy can have. Plus, plant-based options tend to be lower in saturated fats, which means they're better for your cardiovascular health too. And don't forget about other calcium-rich non-dairy foods. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, and broccoli are excellent sources of calcium, as are fortified plant-based milks and cereals. By including these foods in your diet, you can support your bones and muscles without worrying about the negative effects of high-fat dairy. Let's not forget about the bigger picture here. By switching to lower-fat or plant-based dairy alternatives and incorporating more calcium-rich foods into your diet, you're not only protecting your bones, but also ensuring that your muscles stay strong. When your bones are supported by proper calcium levels, they can better support your muscles, which means your legs will stay stronger and more mobile as you age. So, to wrap things up, While dairy can be a good source of calcium, high-fat varieties could be working against you by causing your body to produce more acid, which leaches calcium from your bones. This leaves your legs more vulnerable to fractures and muscle weakness. The solution is simple. Choose lower-fat dairy options, try plant-based alternatives, and make sure you're getting calcium from other sources. Your bones and muscles will thank you, and you'll keep your legs stronger, more resilient, and ready to move. Now that we know which foods are weakening our legs and contributing to muscle and joint pain, let's focus on what we can do to reclaim our leg strength and overall mobility. The good news is, it's all about balance. You don't have to completely give up everything you love to have strong, healthy legs. It's about making simple, sustainable changes that will have a lasting impact on your mobility, strength, and comfort. By swapping out a few foods for healthier options, you can make a significant difference in how your legs feel every day. Remember, your legs don't need to suffer from pain, weakness, or reduced mobility. You can make a few adjustments that not only strengthen your muscles and joints, but also help you feel more energetic and able to enjoy your life fully. It doesn't take a drastic overhaul of your diet. It's about being mindful of the choices you make and focusing on giving your body the nutrients it needs to function at its best. These are simple swaps that you can start incorporating today to protect your legs and strengthen your muscles. Let's get started. Swap processed sugars for natural sweeteners. If you've been eating a lot of processed sugars, things like soda, cakes, or sugary snacks, it's time to make a simple swap. Instead of reaching for those sugary treats, try using natural sweeteners like honey or fresh fruit. Not only do these alternatives provide sweetness, but they also come with added nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and fiber, which are good for your overall health. For example, instead of a sugary soda, you could enjoy a refreshing glass of iced herbal tea with a little honey. Or if you're craving something sweet for dessert, try fresh fruit like berries, apples, or bananas. They're naturally sweet and will satisfy your craving without causing the inflammation that processed sugars bring. These small changes can help reduce inflammation in your body, support better circulation, and prevent your legs from becoming weaker due to sugar's negative effects. By swapping processed sugars for natural sweeteners, you're making a huge step toward healthier muscles and joints. It's not about cutting sweetness completely, it's about choosing the right kind of sweet. Opt for healthy fats. Not all fats are created equal. While we've already discussed how harmful trans fats can be, it's time to focus on the healthy fats that can actually help your muscles and joints stay strong. Healthy fats, like those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil, are packed with essential fatty acids that help reduce inflammation and promote better circulation. Incorporating these healthy fats into your diet can support your cardiovascular system, which is key for getting oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. The better your circulation, the stronger your muscles will be. You can add avocado to your salads, spread it on whole grain toast, or even blend it into smoothies for a creamy texture. Nuts, like almonds or walnuts, are great snacks that provide healthy fats while also giving you a boost of protein and fiber. And for cooking, try using olive oil, which is packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. It's perfect for sautéing vegetables, drizzling over roasted foods, or even using as a base for salad dressings. By swapping out trans fats for these healthy fats, you're giving your muscles and joints the nutrients they need to stay strong, flexible, and ready for action. Reduce salt intake. One of the simplest and most effective changes you can make is to reduce your salt intake. Too much sodium can cause fluid retention, leading to swelling and discomfort in your legs. It can also contribute to high blood pressure, which limits circulation to your muscles and joints. But here's the good news. You don't have to completely eliminate salt from your diet. The key is to be mindful of how much you're using and to replace some of it with healthier, more flavorful alternatives. Instead of adding salt to your meals, try seasoning your food with fresh herbs, spices, or salt-free seasoning blends. Herbs like basil, oregano, and thyme are not only packed with flavor, but also contain antioxidants that support your body's health. You can also use garlic, onion powder, and fresh lemon juice to enhance the taste of your dishes without adding sodium. These flavorful options will help you create meals that are not only delicious, but also supportive of your leg health. Cutting back on salt can help you reduce fluid retention, improve circulation, and prevent swelling in your legs. It's a simple swap that can make a big difference in how your legs feel every day. Choose lean proteins. Let's talk about protein, which is essential for muscle repair and growth. But when it comes to choosing the right proteins, not all options are equal. Instead of consuming fatty cuts of red meat, try switching to lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or fish. These lean proteins provide the building blocks your muscles need to stay strong, without the added saturated fats that can negatively affect your circulation. Fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to reduce inflammation and support healthy joints. Chicken and turkey, particularly skinless options, provide high-quality protein that your muscles can use to repair and grow stronger. By choosing leaner cuts of meat and incorporating more fish into your diet, you're giving your muscles the fuel they need to stay strong and resilient. Swapping out red meat for lean proteins helps maintain better circulation, reduces inflammation, and promotes muscle health, making it a powerful choice for reclaiming your leg strength. Low-fat dairy or dairy alternatives. While dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt are often recommended for their calcium content, high-fat dairy products can have a negative impact on your bones and muscles. As we discussed earlier, high-fat dairy can lead to the production of more acid in the body, which can cause calcium to leach from your bones, weakening them over time. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up dairy altogether to keep your bones strong. Simply opt for low-fat or fat-free dairy options, like low-fat milk, yogurt, or cheese. These choices still provide calcium without the extra saturated fats that could contribute to bone demineralization. If you prefer non-dairy alternatives, try almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk, all of which are often fortified with calcium and other important nutrients. By choosing low-fat dairy or plant-based alternatives, you can still support your bone health and get the calcium you need without the negative effects of high-fat dairy. Your bones, muscles, and joints will thank you. As you can see, strengthening your legs and reclaiming your mobility doesn't require drastic changes. It's all about making small, intentional swaps in your diet. By cutting out processed sugars, reducing trans fats and salt, choosing lean proteins, and opting for low-fat or plant-based dairy alternatives, you're giving your legs and your muscles the nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy. It's about balance, enjoying the foods you love while being mindful of the ones that can cause harm over time. These simple changes can make a huge difference in how you feel day to day, and they'll help keep your legs strong, pain-free, and ready for whatever life has to offer. Remember, small changes add up. By making these swaps today, you'll not only improve your leg strength, but also your overall health and well-being. So, take control of your health and start making these simple changes to reclaim your strength and mobility. While diet is incredibly important, staying physically active is just as essential. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, or light strength training can do wonders for your muscles and joints, and they don't have to be intense or difficult to incorporate into your day. Let's start with something basic. Walking. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do to keep your legs strong. It's low impact, which means it's easy on your joints, yet it still gets your muscles moving. You don't need to walk for hours. Just a short walk every day can make a big difference. Aim for a 10 to 20-minute walk around your neighborhood or even inside your home if the weather doesn't permit. Regular walking improves circulation, strengthens your leg muscles, and boosts your overall energy levels. Next, let's talk about stretching. Stretching is key to keeping your muscles flexible and your joints mobile. Tight muscles and stiff joints can lead to pain and reduced movement, so stretching is crucial to avoid this. Simple stretches like calf stretches, hamstring stretches, and quad stretches can make a huge difference. Just a few minutes of stretching every day can keep your muscles long, flexible, and strong. Try doing these stretches before or after a walk, or even when you're watching TV to make it easy to fit into your day. Strengthening your legs doesn't have to mean going to the gym or lifting heavy weights. You can do quick, easy exercises at home to build muscle strength. Leg lifts, for example, are a great exercise for strengthening your thighs and hips. To do a leg lift, simply lie on your back, extend one leg straight up, and slowly lower it back down. Repeat for 10 to 15 reps on each leg. Calf raises are another simple exercise that strengthens your calves. Stand with your feet flat on the floor, then slowly raise up onto your toes, hold for a second, and lower back down. Try doing 10 to 15 reps a few times a day. Seated leg exercises are great for seniors who might have trouble standing or need something less strenuous. Sitting in a sturdy chair, you can do leg extensions. Just extend one leg out and hold for a few seconds, then lower it back down. Alternate between legs and try to do 10 to 15 reps for each leg. These exercises help maintain strength in your legs without putting too much strain on your body. These exercises are simple, but they can make a huge impact over time. The key is consistency. If you can incorporate just a few minutes of these exercises into your day, you'll notice a difference in your leg strength, mobility, and overall energy. They may seem small, but these simple activities will add up over time and keep you moving with more ease. Now let's talk about staying active in your everyday life. You don't need to schedule an hour at the gym to keep your legs strong. The key is consistency, and small changes in your daily routine can lead to big results over time. The goal is to stay active throughout the day, even when you're not doing formal exercise. One simple way to stay active is by taking the stairs instead of the elevator. If you're able to, take the stairs when you're at home, at the store, or at work. Climbing stairs strengthens your leg muscles and improves your cardiovascular health. Start with a few flights, then work your way up as you get stronger. If climbing the stairs is too challenging, even walking up a single flight can help. Another great tip is to make a habit of standing up and stretching every hour. Sitting for long periods can cause stiffness and muscle weakness, so make it a point to get up and move every 60 minutes. It doesn't have to be a big stretch. Just standing up, walking around the room, and doing a few quick stretches for your legs and back can help maintain circulation and prevent stiffness. Going for a short walk in the morning is another easy way to keep your legs strong. A 10 to 15-minute walk in the morning can help wake up your muscles, get your blood flowing, and set a positive tone for the rest of your day. It's a simple way to get your body moving and ensure that your legs are getting the exercise they need to stay strong. Staying active in daily life doesn't require a lot of effort. It's all about making small, consistent changes that help keep your muscles and joints strong. Whether it's taking the stairs, standing up and stretching every hour, or going for a walk, staying active will keep your legs moving, flexible, and strong. To wrap things up, let's quickly review the key points we've covered. We've talked about 5 foods that can weaken your legs: processed sugars, trans fats, excess salt, red meat, and high-fat dairy. These foods contribute to inflammation, poor circulation, and muscle weakness, making it harder for your legs to stay strong and mobile. But the good news is, you don't have to completely eliminate them from your life. By making simple swaps, like choosing natural sweeteners, healthy fats, lean proteins, and low-fat or plant-based dairy, you can protect your legs and give your muscles and joints the support they need. We've also talked about the importance of exercise and how simple activities like walking, stretching, and strength training can help maintain muscle strength and joint flexibility. Even small exercises done consistently can make a huge difference over time. Whether it's leg lifts, calf raises, or seated leg exercises, these activities will help keep your legs strong, your muscles healthy, and your mobility intact. It's never too late to make small changes that lead to a healthier, more independent life. It's all about being consistent and making conscious choices every day. With the right foods and simple exercises, you can regain your leg strength and enjoy the freedom of movement that you deserve. So, take control of your health. Start today by making just one change and build on that over time. Your legs will thank you, and you'll feel more empowered to live life the way you want. Remember, it's all about balance. Small, positive changes add up. Your legs don't have to slow you down. Keep them strong, flexible, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. Thank you for watching, and here's to healthier, stronger legs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more health tips for seniors and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all of our latest videos. And leave a comment below. What are your favourite foods or exercises to keep your legs strong? I'd love to hear your thoughts and hear about the changes you've made to improve your health. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you. Your legs are your foundation, and by making small, consistent changes, you can keep them strong and ready to carry you through every step of your journey. Thanks for watching, and here's to a healthier, more mobile you.